to a healing podcast. It is your girl, Taylor Michelle. I am your host. This is a healing podcast where we have simple conversation, where we talk about things that we normally don't talk about and we express ourselves. This is a place where we are vulnerable, valued enough, and we get to be free. This is a non-judgment place, so the only thing you're allowed to do is be free. Welcome back. I'm back. Y'all know that I'm going to start off with icebreakers. So, I got the cards. But I just have to just talk about my good news because I'm going crazy and I really don't really celebrate myself like that. I need to learn how to start celebrating myself because when things start happening for me, I be in the mindset of like, I just got to keep going. Like, it can't stop. You feel me? So let's just talk about it. Let me just take it all in. So this morning, I just paid off my modeling bill, which was $3,000. And I paid it full by myself. No other help. Well, my mom did put a $300 down payment. Other than that, just me. Moi. Did that. I got my own car. No co-signer. Yeah. I used to weigh 212. I lost 34 pounds. I'm 178. I'm 13 pounds down to 165. Yeah. Get like me. And then on top of that, I just got approved for my apartment, and I ain't going to give you the location. Not too yet. I got a little surprise for y'all on Thursday. Can't wait for that. I just started to say, you know what, F it, I'm going to go for my career, start podcasting again because I fell off. I'm always inconsistent, so to this time, I'm starting to believe in myself and starting to believe that I'm capable. Yeah. Not little God, but big God. Big God. So there's a lot of things that's happening for me, but I don't never take it in. I don't never congratulate myself. I always wanted to celebrate with other people. So this is my little congratulations. So congratulations, Tay. Ah! Okay, so good. So I've been in a great mood. So I just took myself to the nails. Got my little nails did. Yeah. Y'all sleeping on me because you never even thought about this pattern. Just gave you inspiration. Yeah. You never thought about doing crowd sprints with the lime green. Now, had I got my nails done first, my toes would have been lime green. What they saying in the comments? Okay. Oh, the comments going crazy on the live. Had I got my nails done first, my toes would have been lime green, y'all. But I got black, so they still look pretty. But yeah, so y'all already know. Best self. Get you this. It's not sponsored, but it's not promoted. But I do highly recommend it if you want a healthy relationship with yourself or with the people that you value. That's very meaningful. And if you mess with the late conversation, I love that conversation, especially when Trip be speaking. I love it. And what's her name? Kitty? Yeah, she cool. I like her. So one of each. Okay, close my eyes. Last time it was. Why I keep getting deep? God just want me to be deep. Golly. In what way do you feel your childhood was happier than other people? In what way do you feel your childhood was happier than other people's? I gotta think. Because I don't know. I can't say I'm very fortunate than others. Because although I did have some type of adversities and struggles, I can't really complain that I didn't have a household or shelter or anything. I really would say my siblings. Having siblings, especially like uh, brothers. Now, I'm not going to get into it now, but I do have a little sister, and I found this out about a year ago, and she's 24, and we're Irish twins. That is an episode for another topic for another day, and for her to be on that specific podcast. Did I say specific right? I didn't. That is for her to speak on because that's not my story to tell. I'm just glad that I'm in the story. So, but before that, Um, Having brothers, especially my little brother. My little brother, that was my twinski. He, yeah, growing up with them probably was the best part. Having my three little brothers, my two older brothers, and my little brother. So yeah. Oh, and my big sister. I didn't get a big sister until I was like 16, 17. Well, she really my cousin, but that's my big sister. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. I would say that. Okay. Yeah, girl, it's because I'm in the park. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm on live while I'm on this. This is only for the first 20 and then that's it. Okay. Let's see what they talk about. Oh, shout out to my cameraman. His birthday tomorrow. Yeah. That's the only Gemini, second Gemini that I mess with because my gay friend gonna say something. Why did I get the same question, yo? It says, "What's your favorite childhood memory?" I don't got one. I don't have one, not that I could think of. Let me answer another question, because that's gonna take me like 3 months to figure out what's my childhood, my favorite childhood. Okay. What dietary category best describe your romance level? Vegetarian, pescatarian, or carnivore? Explain. Huh? What? Some people might say I'm a meat lover. It's ugly. Um, carnivore. Okay, so let me see how I can best put this. Vegetarian seems like it's real healthy. Ain't no issues to it. Carnivore is seeming like it's toxicity. Pescatarian is like in the middle. I'll tolerate this, but I won't tolerate that. So I'm gonna go pescatarian. That's how I'm seeing it. I like how I wrote that down. I wrote that down real well. Let me look in the camera. So I'm gonna say pescatarian because there's some things that I will tolerate. There's some things that I won't tolerate. I'm healthy, but there are some things that are not healthy about me. I ain't too vicious. I'm mindful, but don't play with me. She is not the one. Okay, cool. So before we get into it, because I have some topics that I want to get your, I don't mess with flies. I will talk to flies like they like one of us. Okay. Before we get into it, I think it was yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday and the day before. I was thinking about the young man. Lately I've been thinking about him. Lately I just been thinking that I've been hoping for like this one day I'm gonna walk into a store and he gonna be right there. Like, oh my God, God, you listen to me. I was looking for something and I came across some poems that I wrote and I wanted to share them with you guys because they were about him. And as I was reading them, I never knew how amazing a poet that I was. You know how like when you are in the middle, like when you actually are in like that moment, you really don't realize like the things that you're going through because like it's like happening right now and then later on you're able to look back on it. Yeah. It's one of those. Hold on. So, and I'm a sucker for love. Don't care. Don't care. Um oh yeah. Okay. So the first one is I don't know which one I want to read. Okay, so the first I'm gonna read this one. So I titled it "If We Meet Again." Now, what's so crazy is the date is June 7th, 2022. What's today? June 7th, 2024. You think I'm pool? I'm not playing. The date right there. Always dated. Always dated. You see it? It's in red. It might not pick up. Cool. Okay. So I dated it. So that's kind of crazy that it's 2 years round back. Okay. So I titled it "If We Meet Again." So, if we was to meet again, Would you be the same person or would you greet me with a smile? If we was to meet again, would you get over past swoon or would you let our arc hates against each other? If we was to meet again, I would tell you I reminisce about good times we shared and that your love is gentle in my eyes. I would tell you all my fantasies and when I'm with you, I feel so much ecstasy. If we was to meet again, I'll hold you in my arms. I should read this like a poet. That'd be fine. Slam poetry. Okay, hold on. Let's get in slam poetry mode because I was just reading it. I ain't care about it. Hold on. Snap, 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 snap. Okay, here we go. If we was to meet again, would it be the same person or would you greet me with a smile? If we was to meet again, would you get over past wounds or would you let our heart ache against each other? If we was to meet again, I would tell you I reminisce about good times we shared and that your love is gentle in my eyes. I would tell you all my fantasies and when I'm with you, I feel so much ecstasy. If we was to meet again, I will hold you in my arms, holding you tight, smelling the scent of your smell. I would tell you I miss you and that I never want to let this go. See, I don't know about you. I know for me, I don't want to meet another. You are my other. So would you want to meet again? Would you let go of those thoughts and try love again? Would you share your love with me until we meet again? That's the first one. Snap, 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 snap. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This one is called A Cry for My Love. And it goes like this. One, two, one, two, one, two, one, two. As I hear these melodies, it makes me want to pour my heart out and give you all that I have, risking it all with nothing to give but my love. As I sit here thinking about you, it makes me want to cry my love for you and tell you how much you mean to me. All those thoughts rummaging through my mind day in and day out. I would tell you for the longest, I've wanted you the day laid my eyes on you, but too afraid to say something because the embarrassment of rejection brings my self-esteem down, but yet your love outweighs it all. I picture us in many ways, laughing on the couch, watching funny videos, having paintball war fights, traveling together, expressing our feelings to each other, creating memories, making love to you. Your presence brings my body's goosebumps. The scent of your cologne makes my body hot and wet in all the right places. Your touch is refreshing and safe, and when I'm with you, I am home. So here's my cry for love. Yours truly, Red. I really was on some. I really was in my feelings. No cap. So this the last one, and then I'm gonna get into my topics. Um, it's called A Duel for Love. I promise y'all, I went through a season. I promise you, I went through a season. Dear him, when I think about him, I see his pretty smile, his pretty white teeth. I gaze into his eyes deeply. His physical appearance catches my attention. He's so fine, but his mental attracts me, pulling me in when he touches my skin. My body trembles, wanting ecstasy to arrive, craving intimacy, imagining deep whispers and soft kisses while he's between my thighs. When he speaks, I hear sweet melodies to my ear. When we are together, we laugh, we joke, we smile, enjoying the present moment like a breath fresh of air. When I see him, I look beyond past his mistakes. I see a man whose heart hurting, yet the love he carries in his spirit is gentle. His love is nourishing and refreshing. I see a man that covers up his scars and hides his emotion. I pray that he heals from the burdens and the hurt and pain that is unspoken. I see a man who's been carrying wounded emotions, filling the void with just lust and pleasure, fuming off of temptation, temporary satisfaction. I stand beside him knowing true love is God's greatest gift. God's gift, God gifted me a pure heart, rejuvenating his spirit with full of joy, peace, and happiness. When I am with him, He keeps me balanced from my anxiety and fear. He protects me from my insecurity, reassuring me that I'm the most beautiful woman in the room, reviving hope back into my life, knowing that everything is all right. I smile. When I'm with him, I'm safe. To him, you are valuable and important to me. You are my person, you are my everything, and I love you. You are my confidant, my lover, my diary. My heart beats for you so energetically. I care for you. I constantly pray over your life and that may God watches over your family, that He gives you strength and wisdom, that He heals your heart and gives you a sound mind, that He protects you from your enemies, He guards your heart. I pray that God covers our connection, that we listen and trust Him and not our own understanding. May we have forgiveness in our heart. To Him, I know that I've lied. I made many mistakes. I was scared that you wouldn't accept me, that you would judge me. I listened to my thoughts and allowed fear from showing you that I am a woman in constant prayer, a God fearing woman. I have a hard time expressing my feelings, so instead, I wrote this poem for you. I randomly start dancing anywhere. I love hugs from behind. I have a giving heart. Love seeing people happy. I cry at movies. I love the feeling of love. I enjoy sightseeing and traveling. Music is therapy. Nature is peaceful. I love intellectual conversation. I'm a great friend and lover. I support you in anything you do with your purpose. I am a cheerleader by nature. I suck at gift giving but thoughtful. I care about mental health. I've always wanted to know what's in your heart. I have a different perspective on life, and I'm not afraid to have a different opinion or tell you when you're wrong. When you're down, I will encourage you and uplift your spirits. Art is home, fashion is my lifestyle, creativity is my communication, and I'm a passionate woman who is in love with you, but also is hurt from loving you. I dwell in my own thoughts, wondering why does it bother you that I choose to love you? What makes my love difficult for you to accept? And if you do not love me, why use me in a selfish need of yours? Regardless of my passion of love for you, why destruct an innocent connection with self desires? Are we not equal in humanity? Does my tears not say enough? Is my pain and hurt invisible? Is your ego and pride too big to speak from your heart? Him, I have something to share with you. Some unspoken truth that I've been really feeling quite some time now. Fuck you. Fuck you. You are a shitty ass man. And for mistreat, stop, Tay. Speak from your heart. Let me try again. I still have some resentment towards you. I try my best to ignore the rage inside of me. I would be lying to you if I told you that I didn't want payback for the pain that I felt, but instead I chose to pray and to give it to God. Being with you sometimes felt like walking on eggshells. I wasn't too sure to be my authentic self around your criticism ways or to protect myself in my masculinity. You weren't really a good friend to me. It felt like I was loose change in your pocket. There were plenty times that I wanted to smack the living shit out of you, and instead I tried communicating with you that your actions caused an effect on me. It's brought brokenness to my heart, endless nights of tears, frustration, and confusion. What hurts the worst of them all is that I told you that I love you and you didn't believe me. I tried my best to show you I loved you, but nothing I done wasn't good enough for you. Loving you has been miserable. My effort is unseen. I shouldn't have said I should have said no. Being friends with benefit, knowing that I can't just be your friend. It's been a hard time walking away, but I also been hurting myself by holding on to you, and I'm not going to ignore myself no more. I refuse to stay where I don't have value or meaning. I can't stay where I am judged only by my mistakes, and I am unwanted by your presence. And I still love you, and I still like you. That doesn't mean anything to you and you bashed me from loving you from her. That was like 2 years ago. I don't feel like that. Well, those are genuine feelings, but I have so much peace. I hope that man's doing really, really well. Really, really, really well. So that's that. I hope you guys like that. I should record and actually do it and but take my time because there was a few mess ups in it. There was a few mess ups, but hey, I am going to what's it called? I decided that I was going to share some thoughts of my journals to share with you guys because I want y'all to see my progress in my healing journey and the things that I've learned so it can help you and 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 maybe it could be relatable. Um so something that I'm currently working on right now on myself is knowing me. I have a hard time being present and connecting with myself. I'm unaware of who I am and what I'm doing, and it's heartbreaking to me because I feel empty inside. Right now, I'm undefined. Like, there's no identity. And I think that there's a reason. And we're going to pinpoint that because this will get into what the conversation I'm getting into. These are some of I'm reading the things that I wrote down yesterday of what I've been going through. I care so much what other need and want. I forgot about me. I did that for years and forgot about my needs and wants. It bothers me a lot that I've been dissociated with myself and that I've been operating in an absent mind because I feel unseen and not important and not cared for. So, this basically in a nutshell um is basically me not loving myself and people pleasing people and wanting validation from other people and not really seeking my own validation. And that's a very common thing in like the world. And I'm learning to be there for me. Like I said previous in the video, I was the only girl until I found out that I had a little sister. So I did a lot of things alone. So um didn't know that well now I did a lot of things alone. So I was very lonely. And I've always wanted to be around people, and I'm gonna get into that too. Um, so when I'm around, like when I used to do things, I used to be in a place where I just had to do them alone because I really didn't have no one to do it with, and the people that I tried to do it with, all they did was bad mouth me and all this other stuff, and not on the same alignment. So it was just like, well, who the hell do like me? Because every time I come into a room, I'm always something else than other than being me. So, and then I was always around people who made me feel like I was incapable, and I started to believe that I was like incapable, like, and that's something that I'm working on myself, believing in myself because I don't really believe in myself like that for real because of my surroundings and what I've been through. So I'm in like a season where I'm trusting myself and believing in my talents and gifts and giving myself a try, a go, you know. So that's that. But I also feel like God is introducing me to me. Like when you get into a relationship with God, He will literally flip this whole thing. He will flip the whole table around. You never seen that TikTok? I will flip it. Yeah. That's how God is. Like once you get in a relationship with him, oh, it's raps. You are no longer associated with this. That's not you. We're gonna take them old habits out. By the way, them behaviors right there, they gotta go non-negotiable. That's how God is really, and he will really sit there and introduce you because there has been plenty of times when I have looked myself in the mirror and I'm like, what am I looking at? Who am I looking at? Like I really couldn't see me the way God would see me. I will only see myself the way I would judge myself or how people would see me or what people tell me that they would like to see of me. And I didn't like that I was trying to change myself for the world instead of trying to change myself for who I am to better myself. So I had to really change my perspective and let go of my own judgment and really allow God to like take control and help me see myself through him. So I also feel like God is introducing me to me. I have been in my Bible. I've been studying Ephesians, um, and basically, and just to give you a rundown, because I'm still studying, I'm still learning, and I'm still comprehending what's going on. But the basic knowledge that I got so far is that Paul is a prisoner. Paul is writing to the, I don't know the name of the people, but it starts with an E. That's the chapter, but Ephod, something like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Those that are in their Bible, you know exactly what type of people I'm talking about. We're gonna call them E people, cause that's it. Ephesian people. That's what we're gonna call them. And he's talking about the mystery of Christ. This is in chapter 3. You know, the first two chapters, uh, Paul is basically telling us about how God's gift, grace, how grace is a gift from God, and that we're all saved by his grace. But when you get into chapter 3, he talks about the mystery of Christ. And that stood out to me because in my head, why would Christ be a mystery? We all know what Christ is, right? But he goes into depth of saying, like, I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget. Um, you know, when you are in, like, okay, so how can I how can I best illustrate this? Um, you know how you go on a scavenger hunt and you only have very few clues? It's a mystery. Or like even in murder mysteries, you got to figure out what's going on, da 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 da. And each point you get a hint, you get an answer, but it's something more to it. That's what the mystery of Christ is. So I believe in this lesson that I'm learning with God, with identifying with me and knowing me, because for a while I had an identity crisis and a sexuality crisis. Like, for the love of me, like, y'all don't know how it was so vital, so crucial to know who I am and to lock in with myself, because there has been plethora of times that I walked on this earth unaware, oblivious, not knowing what's going on, not knowing what I need or what I wanted or who I am. And people asking me questions that I didn't even know the answers to, because I'm not sitting still asking myself, well, what is it that you like? Even simple questions like, what's your favorite color? Like, stuff like that. Like, it took me a minute to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta know me. I gotta know who I am, because if I don't know who I am, there's no reason for me to be surrounded by people and people trying to get to know me, and I don't even got to know me. That just don't make no sense. So I believe that God is revealing to me who I am now than who I was. And I can say I can really split the difference and do a compare and contrast of who I used to be and who I am now. Um, I believe that I'm unidentified because God needs me to know. You do not identify or what you used to know. And I think that's where the mystery takes place from Christ, which I believe to be a good thing because God is reintroducing to me. So it's almost like being in a prudent season. And to give y'all clarity of what prudence, my God, prudence season is, so you guys got some more like knowledge, because that's what we all about. So prudence season is a virtue that can help people discern God's will and serve God's priority. So you got discerning God's will, serving God's priorities. Some say that prudence is based on the memory of past, knowledge of the present, foreseeing the consequences of the decision. It can also indicate the right measurement of virtues between um, exceeding, no, excessive and defect. That's not what I read the other day, but basically, you getting to know who you are. You getting to know who God is, and you getting to know who you are. So you're practicing basically discernment. He's literally taking the things that is not of him out and keeping what's remain, in a nutshell. Um, He's building character. He's showing me my strength. Um, it is almost like being in the wilderness trying to find my way when you have no direction at all. All you can do is trust and believe God got you. It's a scary feeling and experience for me. And it's very sad and heartbroken that the fact that I chose not to mess with me. Like, why would you not mess with your own self? Like, I really want to say the other word, but I really been working on my tongue. You know, I cuss every now and then, but I really want to say the other. Why would I not with myself? Like, you supposed to with yourself. You supposed to be the realest person to you than anybody else. And you chose to not mess with yourself because of certain situation. And that's real life stuff. People have real life trauma where they feel invisible with their own self. Like they forgot who they were. And it's I'm in a process where I have to pace myself and grace myself to get to that point where I'm spending time with myself, loving myself, and admitting all of this is the most probably the greatest acknowledgement that I ever said to myself, and just hearing myself. Because the first time I admitted this to myself, oh, my heart shattered. Because I'm like, where did this come from? But everything stemmed from experience. So, you know, we're getting there. Um, to admit that I wasn't there for myself, that I said, F this is all quite observing that God is showing me to pay attention and to listen. So, yeah. So, that's the greatest acknowledgement that I'm going through my season with God. Da, 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 da. Something that I'm willing to share with you guys that I'm kind of quite nervous about. I've talked to my therapist about this, but I wanted to see how common this is. I've done research on Google about this, so I know that I'm not the only one, but to admit this is crazy and that I'm willing to, because when I had a conversation with my therapist about this, he told me that this is actually a positive coping mechanism. It kind of like flustered my mind. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what do you mean? What are you saying? You're saying that I'm not crazy? Cause I feel crazy. Um, I talk to myself, and when I mean I talk to myself, I can imagine a real person right here that's not here in my imagining head and have a full blown conversation as if they were here. She told me that's called a empty chair exercise, where they pretend to imagine a real person. It is to help get whatever you need to get out. And it's a positive coping mechanism. To simplify it, if that didn't make any sense to what I'm saying, if you ever watch 13 Reasons Why, remember when Clay was talking to Hannah, but she was dead? She wasn't there, but she was here. Yeah, yeah, that's crazy. That's mental. And I literally am ashamed of that and embarrassed and judged, because it's like, I never want to get caught talking to an imaginary person like that. And they be like, who this talking to? I'm talking to my imaginary friend that I think that's here, that's not here. But clearly, this is a positive way of speaking. Clearly, this is a healthy way of communicating to getting your feelings out. I find this so odd. The craziest thing that people do are the most healthiest things, but you got to be so crazy to do it. And I guess I'm one of those crazy people that do this, because I'm like, I'm sitting there looking at her like, huh, wait, hold on, wait a minute. You're telling me, I'm like, you do know I'm saying that I'm imagining real people that are right here, right? And I'm talking to them as if they're here. And she's like, yeah, empty chair exercise. So I'm like, this is normal. When I tell you that I've never felt some type of like the sense of relief, felt good, but I'm like, that still sound crazy. So when I go to therapy tomorrow, we gonna get more into it, and then I'm gonna come back to y'all next Friday, because I'm really intrigued on this, because this is something that I was very, very embarrassed and scared to even admit that I do this. And I still do this to this day. She was like, just tell me how it goes. What do you mean? How does it go? It's strange. I'm talking to somebody that doesn't respond. It's you're literally having internal monologues. So you're the only one speaking. So you know how the conversation goes because you're the one conversating. That is bizarre to me, but it's healthy. I find that so odd and so weird. So, going forward, if you ever catch me in the car talking to myself, just know that it's healthy. Because when I say I be in this bit talking to myself, being in bit having full blown conversations, you would have thought this bit lit. Yeah, off of me. Off of me. That is a strange coping sound. So, yeah. Okay. I just only could imagine, like, bro, like, just imagine me in the car just talking to myself and you look like I'm having a full blown conversation, bro. And you just see me, you like, who this girl talking to? You're not gonna sit there and be like, you okay? Really? But I talk to myself out loud. Like there was times where I was in middle school, I had mindless behavior posters and I would talk to them niggas like they was talking to me. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's how far I go. Like we could literally have a conversation right now. Podcast be over with. I could pretend that we in here, let's say, having like a friend conversation. It's weird, but she said it's healthy, bro. I used to talk to my I used to talk to my mom's behavior posters all the time. And I remember one time my little brother came in. She's like, Mom, who's she talking to? And my mom said, she's talking to her posters. Leave her alone. I was the only girl. They were the only thing I had. I didn't have nobody to talk to. That's how I know I was so lonely. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm sitting here trying to tell my therapist, like, you can't tell me this normal. This is not normal. It's normal, y'all. If you Google it, they're gonna have a little, you know how like everything has a word for it and then it has symptoms. I don't believe I have that. I just talk to myself and imagine people. I have imaginary friends. Okay, you know how you was little and you have imaginary friends. I'm 25 and I have imaginary friends. Okay, which is kind of a bit odd because, girl, what you doing with imaginary friends at the age of 25? Minding my business. It's not like you're gonna beat me up, so. Anyways, so I was at the gym today, y'all. I've been putting that work in. Remember when I told you I got like 13 pounds ago? I've been putting that work in. I learned that I need to learn the basic foundation of like balance and postures, which I'm gonna learn. But it was this lady that I was with. I don't know her name. And I had a moment with God because I was really trying to figure out like what's not clicking? Something not clicking with me because I'm like, I'm doing the work, I'm going out of I didn't make a decision to not get a job, y'all. I'm out here Ubering. I done said, you know what, God, yes to your will. You provide for me. I want to trust you. And it's so hard. Like, there has been moments where it's been so hard for me to be like, all right, I want to pick up a job. Like, I already had secured a whole job at Eagles Landing High. And I literally just texted the assistant principal the other day and let go of the job. Because that was, I had already had stable. But I'm like, if I'm going to trust God, I got to let him know that I trust him all the way. So I done stripped everything. So while I was at the gym today, I had a little moment. I'm like, I'm trying to figure it out. Woo, da da da. The lady come up to me and she's like, you're beautiful inside and out. You just gotta work on your words. Da da da. It's something else that made her say something. And I just looked at her. I was like, what made you say that? And she was like, the spirit of God. And I was like, oh, thank you, because I just had a little moment. I had a little moment with my God, my little father, my little friend. And I realized watching Sarah Jakes and reading my book, My problem that I have with myself is that I don't process and I don't allow myself to be in the moment. So I'm like, that's it. I gotta learn how to process things and allow myself to be in the moment and live, because I got a mindset where I'm just like, once I'm like, oh, I gotta make money, let's go. Boom. I'm in that thing. So I have to learn how to be, I have to learn to go through the feelings and the emotions and process what it is, because I don't give myself time to. And that's how, I don't know if y'all, but that's where I start to mentally block things and not become aware of what's going on in my surroundings or with me, because I'm not taking the moment to down and be still. I think that's where stillness comes in and where we practice grounding. And that's something that I'm really working on, because I'm busybody. Once I got a goal, I'm locked into that goal. But I don't never allow myself to sit and relax and rest and give myself grace. And I think that's the message that you need and I need. Cause process where? Process not here. Not process. Return sender. Something. What else do I want to talk about? What is it that y'all need to work on? Why y'all watching me? What is something y'all need to work on? Cause don't be sitting here watching my YouTube and you saying like, "Oh, I got my together," knowing that you don't got together and you sitting there like a potato couch. So, word of encouragement: go get it. It's not gonna get on its own. You need to put some work in. Something I know I can currently work on is my being confident. Boy, a lot of people think I'm confident. Fooled ya. I fake my confidence. There's a lot of things I could be more confident in myself and believe in myself, like especially when it comes to like dancing and like the talents that I have. I hide my talents and gifts. Like I be so scared of what people be thinking, but I'm getting into the mindset that I really can't, like, it's a practice every day. I really can't control how people respond or act. I really can't. And I'm so caring. Like I so much care, but I can't let that junk affect me. Because ooh, excuse me. That was like a 3. I'm so caring and modest, like, but I gotta realize like I can't let that junk affect me, because if I let it affect me, then I'm allowing the reaction and who that person is to get a hold of me. I'm giving them power. You can't do that. So I'm learning how to like say what I need to say and not let it get to them, or not them, get to me. Um, so that's something that I'm working on, being confident and all that other stuff. Um, I really enjoyed this little conversation, this little sit down I had with y'all. I hope y'all really enjoyed this one, because I really enjoyed it. I pray that you received healing, that it was relatable. I pray that it helped you in every which possible way, that you gained serenity, peace. Uh, May it gave you insight and understanding. I hope that it lifted something off of your shoulders, even the weight of it. I do pray for that. And please, 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 if you want to see more of me, tune into me. Stay active with me on Instagram at Taylor Michelle 1111. TikTok and Snapchat is Tay Michelle 1111. I do visual podcasts on Wednesdays, and then I do live podcasts on Fridays at 7:30. Sorry that today was a little bit late. I had to go pick up my little brother today, and it was out of nowhere. So, we had to do what we had to do, but we still here. We still here. So I hope you tune in, watch, subscribe, share, do it all, okay? It's been a great pleasure talking to y'all. I really do love y'all. I will see you guys on the next episode. Bye. Bye.